Got it?
Well, hiya, how's it going? I'm Anna, the creator of the Baddest Bitches music video Parody, and welcome to our behind the scenes video. The project is already shot, but I thought I would go back and narrate over some of the clips of the process because I was super bad at updating as I went. Whoops. So the gears really started turning on this project back at the end of 2017, but I decided to launch it into action as a beginning of the year project right after New Year's. This timing also worked out because the new Heather's TV show was supposed to launch March 7th, which has since been pushed back, but that was the original reasoning for the timeline. So I started by figuring out exactly where in the story I wanted to set it, what I wanted it to cover, and which characters I wanted to be in it. Then I started working on building the story and changing all the lyrics of the original Schuyler Sisters song from Hamilton. Next, I posted a casting call and rented out a space to hold auditions with my friend Marcus, who is also the choreographer, and Amber, who is also the production assistant, and she also filmed a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. Obviously, I'm not showing the auditions of everyone who came in, but here are some clips of some of the ones who were cast. Then for extra vocalists and dancers, we got our extremely talented friends involved as well. I also started my Indiegogo in January to help me raise money for the project because it was all out of pocket and was gonna be way too huge for me to handle myself. And I started shopping for costumes, which I don't have footage of because I was not about to point the camera at my computer screen for 6 hours. Then I rented the same space as before for our dance rehearsal where the amazing Marcus taught us all of the choreography he'd come up with. Both Marcus and the dancers worked incredibly hard as we only had 2 hours to learn everything and they killed it.
We're going to 1, 2, 3, switch, 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 back, switch. Ga. Can I see all the girls lift up? I just think it might look cooler. 5, 6, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
This is our dance crew. They're taking a break. How's everyone doing?
Sweaty.
Sweaty. Anyways, so what's your favorite sandwich?
Favorite sandwich? Meatball parmesan.
Oh, I like it. Can you make a meatball parmesan?
I can.
Yeah?
If I try.
What's your special ingredient you put on it?
Parmesan.
Parmesan? What else can you do with parmesan?
Put it on pizza.
Put it on pizza? What's your favorite kind of pizza?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni pizza? Do you eat pepperonis raw? Or not raw, but just as they are?
Yeah.
Yeah? Like on pizza or off of it?
On pizza.
On pizza's better?
For sure.
What type of pizza do you like that does not have meat?
That's rough. The Veggie Delight pizza from somewhere. Full cheese.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's in the water.
It's not the...
Woo! There's nothing like Westonburg hotties, chicks and mini skirts with some pretty bodacious bodies. Excuse me, babe, I know it's not funny, but you make my pulse so blue with your looks and your money. Why you hanging around the hallway in your fancy heels? You want a football player who can give you the feels?
A little bit faster. 5, 6, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We hold you douche to be irrelevant, and objects are created equal. Boom, look around, look around. Good, with music.
Marcus is leaving! He's our wonderful choreographer!
How could you not be here when we film?
It's okay.
We put a rush on this so we can get it done.
He works the magic and then he flutters away on flutter.
Happy trails!
Thank you.
So February was when things really started to kick into gear. The majority happened off camera, like making a storyboard, finding the crew, meetings with the DP, director of photography, buying and sending off sheet music to the cast, altering the costumes, sewing together 2 wigs and styling it to make the Heather Chandler wig, buying and making the props, and finding a school and housing to film at, which turned out to be so much harder than expected. and took weeks of literally calling and emailing every single day. Another thing that had to happen was we had to record the track itself, so I rented a recording studio and we recorded it.
More than walking down the hall and making fun of the poor. They stood up with their shoulder pads and mocked all the students in the hall just to watch them duck.
Babe, I know it's not funny, but you make my boss so blue with your looks and your money. While you hang around the hallways in your fancy heels, you want a football player can give you the feels.
Ram, you disgust me. Work. This was a big undertaking as we had had no musical rehearsals before this, and there were so many parts to get through that I ended up having to come back another day to finish recording it, but I was super impressed that everyone came in prepared and knowing their parts. The finishing touch was to have Yi, my wonderful friend and an amazing DJ, mix and master it.
Hey.
Wait, are we, what did they do? Don't they roll this up? Oh, do they?
Hey.
Then came the big day. There were definitely some challenges right off the bat, from two of the dancers not showing up, to not being able to find Heather Duke's socks and having to go buy some right before we shot, to my brooch breaking as soon as I tried to put it on. But we pushed past all that, made it work, and overall it was a really fun and efficient shoot. Eric Wan and Zach Trout, who were my DP and gaffer, were both really amazing to work with, and I highly recommend working with both of them. They were so incredibly accommodating and professional and really made it a point to make sure my vision came to life, and I love them for it. We got the entire school scene done, only going 30 minutes over, which for as many shots as we were aiming for was pretty amazing.
The teacher said if we skip, we're super screwed. Teacher doesn't need to know. The teacher seemed like she had an attitude.
Heather! Heather! And Heather! The baddest bitches! Heather!
Press communication announcement.
What's your party? This is my favorite part of this entire thing and all the props that we did. Anna photoshopped our quarterback and linebacker onto this. You can kind of see the watermark. Just photoshopped onto it. Also, comic stands.
I had like a
Shout out!
There's so many staples.
Good on the right away.
So then in this one, should he not push just for continuity, just in case? So I can cut back earlier? Or should he push? He can push. Push!
He should push.
Push!
And we should play it with the professor from when he collapsed it comes out.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Back to one. All right.
Everybody's on board with the radio.
Let's try it! And then it was time for the house party scene. I was nervous about this one because for the life of me, as hard as I tried, I could not find a house that had a living room big enough to do all the choreography in it. So I went with a place that was considered a warehouse, which I was a little concerned about because I really wanted to make it look like a house party at someone's house and not a warehouse. But all of my worries melted away when I got there and saw that not only did they have a disco ball, but a freaking fog machine, which I was just saying earlier in the day that was the one thing I wish I had gotten. So after dorking out with Eric and Zach over how freaking cool this was gonna be, I got everything set up to make it look like a rager the Heathers would be proud of.
Cut.
This scene was especially fun, not only because it was hilarious to yell out party directions like cue gross makeout and hump the pig faster.
Alright, woof.
You guys are good.
I want it like way faster.
Just keep
You like that, man? You like that? I love you. I love you. Yeah.
But because I also had fun sprinkling in a ton of the musical version of Heather's references throughout. Did you catch them all? They're there. But it was definitely the most fun part of the shoot, and we had a great time.
The greatest party in the world.
It was a pretty lit party.
Alright, we gotta give some behind the scenes shout outs. What am I doing with this? Anyway, behind the scenes shout outs, we gotta give credit to our highest donors, Anthony Malcolm, John and Angela Vanston, and Larry Vanston. Thank y'all so much. We couldn't have done this without you. All this and these beautiful girls. Thank you. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We hope you liked it. Without saying it, 100%. And that was the end of it. 2 months of pre-production work and a 12-hour shoot day later, and it was finished. Well, then I holed up for a week editing, but you know, that's the boring stuff. So So that, my friends, was the making of The Baddest Bitches. A huge thanks to all my cast, crew, people who helped to make it happen, and to you for watching and supporting it. It means a lot to me as this was a huge undertaking and something that I'm pretty proud of myself for following through on. I sincerely hope you liked it, and I will see you in future videos. Bye! How very.